Welcome to another virtual improv show with the LA Connection players. Today it's the all-age cast, and it's our Sunday 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time team. So if you want to follow this team, you go to our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy, and then click on the playlist, click on 11 a.m. Sunday Pacific Standard Time, and you can go back a year and see all their shows. And if you want to see more shows, we have over 300 up there. You can just go back 2.5 years and go back to all the different teams and see all the different shows. We've had teens, we've had kids, we've had adults, we've had people internationally from all different countries, and we're having a blast doing these shows. I'm Ken Scove, the founder and owner of the LA Connection. Let's introduce the cast today, starting with Rishi.
Thank you.
And Matt. Naya. And Travis.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. I had to work my way out through the Miami sewer system.
Well, there's no rats on you, so you're looking pretty good. I wonder if the rats in Miami, do you think they're Cuban rats, Travis?
Surprisingly, a high proportion of Dominican rats.
Dominican, okay, Dominican rats, okay. Well, let's go into back in my day. Back in my day, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't have a vacuum. That's how old I am. No vacuums. So these guys are going to play back in my day, starting with vacuum, and then what are other cleaning ways that people used to clean their house going back just maybe centuries. So I'm going to minimize myself. We'll start off with anybody who wants to say back in my day. You can come in and out on your own. And I'll be back as soon as this game's over.
Back in my day, we didn't have vacuums. We had to clean with a mopping thingy in water.
Back in my day, we didn't have mopping thingies. If we wanted to clean the floor, we had to get down on our hands and knees and lick it up and then spit it into Dad's bagpipe.
Back in my day, we didn't have Dad's bagpipe. If we wanted to play an instrument, we'd have to run all the way to the town commons and bang on a drum for fun.
Back in my day, we didn't have drums. It didn't really make that big of a difference, but we couldn't bang on anything. Yeah, you had to just
My day, we didn't
rocks in the
bang
line.
on things. It was considered rude to bang on other people's stuff or anything, really.
Back in my day, there was no banging. We didn't have any of these newfangled noises. The only noise we had was sort of a snorfling that we had to make with our noses.
Back in my day, we didn't have noses. We had to breathe through our mouths.
Yeah, back in my day, we weren't getting any breathing done because we didn't have any air. If we wanted to nourish ourselves, we had to just slather ourselves in honey.
My day, we didn't have any nourishment. Everybody would die after being alive for 25 minutes.
Back in my day, we didn't have minutes. Hours just passed in segments. We didn't have a word for it.
Well, that was back in my day. I hope you all learned a lot about how people used to clean. Let's go over to America's Got Talent. I'm going to ask Naya and Rishi to minimize themselves and get ready to come out. I'll have Rishi come out as the first talent. Naya will come out as the second talent. As the host of the show, I'd like to introduce our two judges.
But are you guys having interference issues? Mine is skipping in and out. I'm sorry to interrupt.
We are having a little bit, but it actually makes us all better looking.
Okay.
Okay. So now, I like that, Travis. There you go. Travis is doing his modeling for us now. Well, let's start with Travis. Travis, you're a judge here. You must have some talent to be able to judge the talent. What's your background?
Well, in point of fact, I was an ordinary kind of judge, but the only crimes that they ever brought to my court were crimes against the institution of talent. And naturally, that makes me the most qualified to judge actual talents based on their individual merits.
Well said. And let's go to Matt. Matt, what's your background in the entertainment business?
I'm someone who tends to dabble in these things, but I bargain my way up to judge, and I think my opinion is something that's very important for people to know.
And are you having wine in the middle of the day?
Yes, but only this one glass. But
Okay,
yes,
we'll keep that in mind when you start slurring as the show goes on.
it's very important that they know my superiority.
Okay, and wine does it. If you have wine, you're a superior human, I guess. Okay. Hey, let's bring out our first talent. It's Rishi. And we'll ask Rishi, what talent does he have? So, Rishi, okay, what is your talent, Rishi?
My talent is that like I'm really good at rapping.
Okay, well, our judges are ready to hear you rap anytime you want to start.
Mhm. Yo, just the other day from the cops, I was running away. Might have been because I did something illegal, but then I tried to kill a bald eagle. Yeah, in a national park. Yeah, it was very, very, very dark. Then I saw a ranger and I hit him with the stranger danger, pulled out the gun and shot him in the head. Next thing you know, the park ranger's dead. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy story, but now you really get to know me. Word.
Wow, Rishi, go ahead and bring me back in. That was very, very uplifting. Okay, but let's find out what the judges think. Let's start with Matt. What did you think about that rap?
Well, you rhymed well, but it seemed to be there didn't really seem to be a story involved. What was the point of your poem?
Oh well, like last week I was in Yellowstone and I saw the bald eagle, and like it was really dark outside, so like I thought the bald eagle was a UFO, so I shot the bald eagle, thinking I could shoot down the UFO because I thought it was like a UFO drone from China, and so I run over there and I realized it's actually a bald eagle. Oh my god, that's technically a crime. So I'm running away and I see a park ranger, but like I can't let him know that I did that. So I shot the park ranger too. And now I'm running away from the cops. Yeah.
Wow, your explanation is longer than your rap. Okay, Travis, what did you think, Travis?
Well, that all works.
Well, frankly, I'm bowled over. That was the absolute pinnacle of musical achievement as far as I'm concerned. I especially like the depictions of violence against authority figures and endangered animals, which I think expressed a vital theme of our age. Or something. Really, I'm extremely. He quite touched my soul with that. I believe I cried.
Okay, let's go back to
Yo,
Matt.
like, thank you
So
so
Matt,
much,
are you giving him a thumbs up as well?
Yes, I am very impressed.
Okay.
Concerning the story.
All right, Rishi, we're going to give you a new firearm. You can
so
go wait
much, man.
backstage. Unfortunately, there'll be no bullets in it until you leave our set. Let's bring out our next talent, who's Naya. And Naya, let's find out what her talent is, okay? So Naya, whenever you're ready, there she is. Tell us what you do, Naya. You have to unmute. I know you're a talented person, but if we can't hear you, you're not going to get to be winning here.
Yeah, sorry. Today I'm going to be reading some digits of pi.
Okay. All right, anytime you're ready.
3.141592653589793399944692884209749452089994
Wow, it looks like Travis is taken aback. I'm not sure. You might have blown his head off with all those numbers. Let's find out what Travis thinks about this.
Well, again, I'm bowled over, and perhaps even more than bowled over. Perhaps there isn't an instrument intended for eating that adequately expresses the state of my mind right now. When Archimedes of Syracuse first used the letter pi to describe the irreducible infinite number that is defined by the diameter of a circle divided by its circumference, I don't think he quite expected anything like this would ever come of it.
Wow. That was a lot you just said. Very intelligent.
I really did try to memorize as many as I could.
That was just amazing. Let's find out what Matt thinks. Matt? Maybe Matt doesn't think. Is Matt thinking? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Very, very impressive. All I know are the first 6. This is certainly a big achievement, and you should be proud of yourself. Not as proud as I am of myself, but close enough.
Thank you.
Oh, that wine glass keeps getting very, very...
I appreciate your time.
Well, listen, you have done it too. We're going to get you a abacus, okay? So you can go backstage and play with the abacus now, okay? Wow. This has been America's Got Talent. We had 2 fabulous talents on today. Both are going on to next week's round. Thank you, judges. And Travis, we're going to get you the entire encyclopedia, okay? So you can read it backwards. Thank you, Matt. Keep drinking that wine. Let's move on to Supply the Word. That's going to be Naya and Travis. So, Travis, you can stay out here. Let's bring Naya back. Matt, you can go off and start drinking again. Okay. So, Naya, supply the word. Now, Travis is your father, and you guys are going out to find a birthday present for you because it's your birthday. So, you're turning 13. You're being first time being a teenager, and so you're going to a department store. There's many things in a department store. And what Travis and Naya will do is they sometimes forget words, and I'll be yelling out the words off screen to them, and they'll have to play with those words. And those words might not be normal words. They might not be words that logically fit there, and they're going to have to try and make sense of those words. So this is Supply the Word in a department store with the father, Travis, and Naya. We'll start with Travis. You can minimize me. Thank you.
2 spleens up. All right, young lady, it's finally that time of the year again. Time to pick out a present for yourself. And I've brought you to this store so that we can look for the perfect one. It's where we get the best
Anvil.
anvils. Just the perfect anvils to go on with your blacksmithing or dropping on a cartoon character needs.
Thank you. I'm so excited to get to go here again. I remember last year I got a really cool
Pecan nut.
pecan nut that was almost the size of a black bear. It was really awesome. I'm so excited to try and see what I can find this year.
Oh, yes, I remember those days when the anvil store was still the giant pecan store. Those were quite sometimes this crazy economy. Anyway, let's head right in. Now, remember, although this is your birthday and I acknowledge it's a special occasion, we're going to try and keep the budget to something reasonable, like in the neighborhood of
2 cents.
2 cents. I believe that should cover a fine gift. Having grown up in the Great Depression as I did, that sounds pretty reasonable to me.
Okay, last year's budget was 1 cent, so this seems pretty reasonable. Oh, Father, look over there. There's a super interesting
Plastic spider.
plastic spider. I could totally scare Mother with it. Father? Father. Okay. Yeah.
Hi, this is the department store manager. Apparently your father, he went into the frozen area of the store and he froze. We're going to thaw him out in just a second. He shouldn't have gone into the freezer. I'm sorry, Naya. But the store feels bad, so we're going to up your budget to 34 cents.
Well, I hope he's gonna be okay.
Well, just look on the wall and here's your dad. We've unfrozen him. There he is. We just unfroze him. Don't walk into the frozen area again, Travis, because you froze and we had to thaw you out. Okay, go ahead and keep shopping, kids.
All right, well, I'm terribly sorry about that detour down the frozen goods aisle. You know, that always takes me by surprise. Anyway, oh, look, honey, look over there. It's your favorite thing ever. It's
Tarantula.
a tarantula, a horrifying, spiny, hairy spider. I know how much you've loved them since we got trapped in that mass migration in Colorado. Let's go over and see it.
It's so cute. I need it since they upped my budget to 34 cents since you got stuck in the frozen aisle. I totally need it. Can we get it? Can we get it? I think I might be able to name it
Poopy.
Poopy.
Oh, that's adorable. After your late uncle. Well, I suppose it's a little bit pricey to be spending 34 cents on a spider, but then again, you have been good at doing your chores, and you were very thoughtful with that
Dandruff I had.
that dandruff I had. Yes, that was a pretty terrible thing. Everybody thought it was snowing, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a giant avalanche of it. And I really want to scare Mom with it. I think she'll very, very much hate Poopy.
Well, alrighty then. Let's go take this beloved Poopy up to the cashier, and we'll see about maybe on the way back stopping by to pick up some
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap. The perfect thing to build a nest for your new horrifying tarantula companion.
Thank you, Dad. This is the best birthday ever.
And that's it. What a great job. The best birthday ever. I'm sorry you walked into the frozen section, Travis, but you were able to thaw out when you went into our microwave area, so we appreciate that. Hey, Matt and Rishi, come on out here. You guys go relax yourself in the green room. Have some food. We have a wonderful buffet back there. Hey, Matt and Rishi, are you ready to play the game ABC? Let me explain what that is, okay? Yep. I'm going to give them an opening letter, which is going to be D. Rishi will start with the letter D. And then Matt will have to start his sentence with the letter E, and then Rishi F, until they go all around the alphabet, ending by coming back with the letter D. So there'll be 27 sentences. Okay? Here's what it is. Matt is Rishi's father, and you're going to help your son pick a college to go to. Okay? So you're having a discussion with your son. He's now a fall of his senior year, and he's got to make a decision.
All right, so I'm Rishi's father, pick a college. I'm sorry, I'm having some technical issues.
Yeah, well, that's the drinking, you know. And so what we want you to know.
No, it's not.
Well, I'm getting you to smile and laugh and have a good time. That's all that counts. We got to have a good time here. So Rishi is a senior. It's his fall year, just like it is right now, the fall, and he's going to be going to college. He's got to pick out a college by January. Okay, so you guys are discussing what colleges he may want to go, what's his major going to be, all that good stuff. This is ABC Smackdown. We'll start with the letter D. Have fun, you guys. I'll be back when you go back to the letter D again. And Rishi starts with the letter D.
Okay.
Dude, Dad, I don't know what college I should go to.
Everyone has that feeling. It's just part of it.
Free or not free? Do I go to community college or do I go to a state university? I'm so confused.
Go to whatever college you want. I support you.
However I get there, it's gonna be such a hard decision because there's my future's at stake. There's a lot of colleges I've dreamed of going to since I was a kid. I'm not sure. I'm just confused.
I get it. It's stressful. I mean, you're leaving home. You're figuring out your own life.
Inside the house, Jeffrey already knows what college he wants to go to.
Knowing that, I probably may have said something a little different, but my spirit still stands on that.
Do I go out of state? Do I go in state? Personally, what would you think?
My opinion, I've already said. Do what you think is best for you. I want to be flexible.
No, honestly, yeah, I should do that.
Open discussion about this is what is important. I want my son to have the best education he wants to have.
Personally, I'm starting to think that I should maybe go out west. That seems like a good idea for me.
quite dry out there. You think your lungs can handle it?
Right. But like I have the meds in the case that I do need them, so I think I'll be fine.
Sure. Sounds good.
Time to commit, I guess.
Usually I would give a little more time, but where have you applied to?
Southwest.
B.
Yeah. Virginia State University. Yeah.
What made you want to apply there?
Like xylophones. I'm really interested in playing the xylophone, and they have a really good xylophone major there.
You've been playing that xylophone since you were 2.
Zen is what that xylophone brings me, so of course.
All of us in the family support and love you in this for your xylophoning. Your xylophony.
Bye then. I'll see you in Virginia, Dad.
Can't let me down.
Dad, I love you.
All right, there you go. They made it all around. A little blip on the screen with the J and the V, but hey, that's why he needs to go to college, so he can learn the alphabet. But very good, guys. Okay. Hey, stay out here because we have some bad auditions going on. I'd like to bring in the whole crew here for this. Now, because of we can't have in-person auditions again, I'm going to ask you each your name, where you're from, and we're going to be doing the Pimple Be Gone cream. It's a cream that you can put on, and it will immediately get rid of your pimple. I'm within, 1 minute. So let's say you're on a shoot. I know you're all actors, and you have a big giant pimple right at the end of your nose. And that'd be really bad. Sometimes people get pimples when they're nervous. Or I know, Travis, you just ran back from your job, and that creates sweat, which creates pimples. So with Pimple Be Gone, the cream, you can just apply it daytime, nighttime, anytime, and it will immediately dissolve the pimple and bring you back to your beautiful skin. So now, Naya, what were you doing? Were you trying to Botox your eyes or something? Because you were lifting your hands up. I don't know what you're doing there. Were you trying to pull your eyes? So you have more. You're tired.
Tired.
Okay, well, you rest for a second, so I'll start with somebody else. Let's start with Travis. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and then I'll let you do the audition.
Yes, hello, Kent. They call me Howard Phillips, the master of the macabre. I've been on many stage plays, and I'm very eager to break into the world of advertising. Yes.
Well, yes, but this is not advertising. You're actually going to try and be the spokesman for Pimple Be Gone cream. Did you read the side?
I'm cool with that too. Don't worry about that. Oh yes, I read it indeed. Yes, and it set my very soul aflutter with dark horrors and so on.
Okay. I didn't realize this was going to be a kind of a macabre reading, but that's okay. Halloween's coming up. Maybe we'll be able to put the Pimple Be Gone cream in people's Halloween bags, even though they're youngsters. They do start getting pimples at 13. So however you want to work it in, whenever you're ready to just look in the camera and action.
Very well. Pimples, unsightly protuberances of the flesh, marring an otherwise perfect face, leaving you a shattered shell of your former self. Unacceptable in this society or in any society. What vain hope is there? What balm in Gilead can be found? Try new pimple cream. It eradicates the horrific blemishes of your face, leaving you once again acceptable to return to the world of the living.
Okay, all right. So that was rather weird. Did you realize you didn't look in the camera? You're looking at yourself. Can you look in the camera and maybe just do one sentence? Yeah. See, your eyes are not looking in the camera. There. No, you're looking off to the side. There you are. Now you
No, I have an unusual condition.
Okay. Now you're okay. There. Now you're looking. Okay, that was good. Okay, just say, "Pimple be gone." The cream you need. Can you do that?
The pimple. Sure thing. The pimple be gone. Cream you need.
Okay. Okay. All right. You'll be playing in a lot of maybe dark clubs or something. Thank you, Travis. You can stay out here, okay, until I make a decision. Let's move over to Naya. You here? What are you doing, Naya? Naya. Naya. You shouldn't have brought a cat to the audition. You have a cat behind you at the audition? Okay, are you sleeping or what are you doing? Is that like a laundry thing behind you? Okay, you muted yourself.
It's just.
Now you.
I'm fine. And there's no cats here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Are you ready? Tell us where you're from, okay? Like
Tell us
today.
where you want to know my own address?
No, not your personal.
Why should I tell you my address?
Just how about the state you're in? Not state of mind, but the state that you're actually in.
So some stalker can come and find me? No, thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, I guess we won't know where to send the checks. Okay, all right, so what are you looking at? What are you looking
Sarasota, Florida, 2597 Sunnyside Street.
No, we'll have to get rid of that. But you just told everybody your address.
Just so you know where to send the checks.
Okay. All right, so Pimple Be Gone Cream. Anytime you're ready, if you could look in the camera and not at your feet, that'd be great.
Pimple Be Gone, best cream, yay.
Okay, well, can you give us an example of how it's helped you? You know, like maybe it was terrible. Maybe if you could say, like, you know, I was getting ready to go to the school dance and I had a pimple on my forehead and I had to get rid of it so people wouldn't laugh at me. I mean, can you do a little story with it?
One of my friends had a pimple on their face and they needed me to help them figure out a way to cover it up. So I found the cream on the internet and used it, and their pimple was gone and they were not freaking out anymore or coming at my door at 12 in the morning to complain how big it was.
12 in the morning, you mean like 12 midnight?
Pimple was
gone. Because that's
gone.
actually the evening.
At 12 in the morning. No, it's 12 in the morning.
Well, it's either 12 at night, midnight, or it's 12 like lunchtime. There is no 12 in the morning.
There is 12 in the morning because once it turns to 12, it is technically the morning.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe we'll have you back for a clock commercial. Let's go to Matt. Okay, Matt, where are you from?
Minnesota. My name is Randall. My name is Randall Curtison.
Okay, what was the grunting for?
Because I am so excited to talk about this pimple cream.
Okay. All right, well then go ahead and look in the camera. And you're not looking in the camera. You're looking off to the side. Yeah, okay, you're kind of looking, there you go. Okay, your eyes, there, that's perfect. Okay, Pimple Be Gone Cream. Anytime you're ready, Minnesota guy.
Put this cream on your pimple and it disappears like all the insecurity I had with my family. Just put it on, wham, gone.
Okay, I'm not sure we want to bring in the insecurity you have with your family. That's not a real selling point for the cream. Can we try it again and get the family out of it?
Oh, yes, of course. Put this cream on your pimple and it'll disappear so fast. The best cream I've ever had. It makes it look shiny and more noticeable too.
No, it doesn't make the pimple look shiny more. No, it gets rid of the pimple. You're actually defeating the whole purpose of the cream.
Bruh, makes the pimple go away.
Okay, you know what? If we have any like Smokey the Bear type commercials or something like that, because the grunting is good, we might cast you as some sort of a bear. Okay, so go ahead and you can stay with us for a minute. Go ahead and mute so I don't have to hear your grunting. Let's go to our last guy, Rishi. Tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
No.
No, like you don't want to tell anybody where you're from?
I'm just from, no.
Okay. It seems like your shirt's moving on its own. What's going on there? Do you have some sort of small animal in your chest or something? What's going on there?
Oh, nah, I just got, a rash.
Your rash makes your shirt move?
No, because I'm, scratching. I'm scratching the rash, the shirt's moving.
Why don't we pretend the rash is they're pimples, and then you can actually put the cream on it and you won't itch anymore. Let's work that into the commercial. Let's see if you can do that. Don't pull your shirt up, though. Okay. We don't want to see your actual pimples if it's a rash. We have to pretend they're pimples.
Okay. Oh, my God. This rash is so itchy.
No, the pimples, not the rash.
Oh, my God. I was going to, connect the pimples to the rash.
Okay.
Oh, no. Now I got pimples on my rash. What do I use? Pimple be gone. Yeah.
Okay, listen, since you were the best of the 4 out here, and they were all pretty bad, but we're going to give you the job, Rishi, so go on back and we have to put you in a giant pimple suit, okay? A giant pimple suit. And then we're going to put cream on you and make you disappear, okay? All right? It's non-union. There'll be no residuals. And, oh, good, he's going to get in his pimple outfit. The other 3 of you, keep your day jobs, okay? Really. Okay, you can leave now. Go get in your Ubers or whatever you do, and yeah, Naya, go ahead and you can get out of here now. I'm done casting. Okay.
I don't have a day job.
Well, see, that's the problem there too. You're still living off your parents. You know, you gotta go out and actually support your parents. What are you, 13 now? You should be making thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube or be an influencer or something. Okay, why don't you go influence yourself in the next room? And wow, that was terrible. Okay, well, let's move on to 2-couple switch. So let's bring out all 4 of you again. And I'm going to give you some setups here. Now, the way the 2-couple switch, Naya and Rishi, come on back out. So the way it works is I've got Matt and Travis, and you're cellmates. Okay, you're prison cellmates. Now, it could be a big prison or it could just be a local sheriff's prison. That's up to you. And we don't know what you've done, so I guess you're going to tell us what you're in there for. Did you do something together, or did you have individual crimes? We'll find that out in your scene work. Then I got Rishi and Naya, and you're planning the kind of Oktoberfest at your school, like the Halloween and Oktoberfest and everything about the festival for October for your high school. Okay? So we're going to start with the cellmates, and then when I yell switch, Rishi and Naya will come out, and I will take the last line from Travis and Matt, and they have to start their scene with that last line. And we'll go back and forth like that as many times as I want to let it go. So let's all minimize ourselves except for Travis and Matt. They're going to be cellmates. And where's Matt? Come back out, Matt. Matt didn't want to be in prison, I guess, Travis. Sorry, Matt. We'll let you can drink in prison, Matt. It's okay, all right? Okay, you guys ready? Cellmates, action.
Oh, man, I promised my mom I would never wind up in jail. This was all your idea, you know.
My idea? You were the one who orchestrated all this.
I was not. I said maybe we could take the money and run. I meant it as a joke. You were the one who grabbed it. This is on you, and I'm in here because of you. Oh, This is the worst road trip
You
ever.
were driving. You could have turned yourself in.
I couldn't turn myself. I'm sorry, my brain just exploded a little bit from hearing that. Turn myself in for something you did? You didn't even tell me about it until we crossed the state line.
Well, turns out it doesn't work like the Old West anymore. You can't just leave the state line.
Yeah, no kidding.
Apparently the FBI
Switch.
exists now.
Switch. No kidding. We'll bring out the Oktoberfest pair. No kidding.
No kidding.
Yeah, well, like, but it's a tradition of Oktoberfest to have beer at the festival. Like, we have to be authentic to the culture. It's gonna be viewed as like insensitive.
We're high schoolers, you cretin. We don't drink. Unless we, of course, want to get suspended for creating a horrible, horrible festival in which all of the kids get drunk and then fall off a cliff or drive themselves into a ditch.
You're the exception to that rule, I think, because, like, personally, everybody I know at the school is, like, addicted to alcohol and hard drugs.
Well, too bad, because unless we want to get our butts kicked and possibly go to Juvie for underage drinking and promoting underage drinking, we have to make this festival entirely child appropriate.
Okay.
Do you think your tiny pea-sized brain can get that into your thick skull?
Switch.
No, because
Do you think your tiny pea-sized brain can get that into your thick skull? Cellmates.
Do you think your tiny pea-sized brain from lunch earlier can fit into this thick skull and be used to make an explosive that could get us out of here?
Are you nuts? That would kill us too.
I don't think so. I think if we focus it using this abandoned toilet bowl as a funnel, it might be able to redirect the blast so that we can get out of this prison. I mean, we've got to get there in time. There's no telling how much longer they're going to have all those PS5s.
That is a brilliant idea. I'm
All right.
glad you're my partner in crime who drove the car.
Oh, no. Don't start that again. This is still your fault.
Switch.
Under ordinary circumstances.
This is still your fault.
This is all still your fault because you're the one who said you wanted to do Oktoberfest at the school, and now that I'm bringing in culturally sensitive, authentic, and well-respected traditions into this darn festival, you decide to get rid of that because it's not socially acceptable by the American standard.
It's not that it's not socially acceptable. I'm sure everyone knows a lot of high schoolers drink. But the fact is, do you think the principal and everyone else in the school board is going to accept a giant party full of kids drinking and then blame it on them instead of us who actually organized it? We have to make this appropriate so we don't get our butts kicked by the entire school committee.
Well, like, screw the school committee. We're supposed to have an authentic, fun, and engaging experience.
Fun
I
and
think I made that.
engagingly appropriate. You
Switch.
think when they-
Fun and engagingly appropriate. Cellmates. Fun and engagingly appropriate.
Fun and
It's
engagingly
fun and
appropriate.
engagingly appropriate. Oh,
Yeah, no kidding. This
um,
this fleeing to the car so that we can escape from prison really gets the blood pumping, and I think it's really helping us with like endorphin release. I think.
I know. I think we should be running faster though.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I see dogs. Let's go.
Switch. I think I see dogs. The Oktoberfest.
I think I see dogs on the table, like hot dogs, as in like bratwurst, like sausage, because that's authentic, just like the freaking beer.
We can have your dang hot dogs. We cannot.
In fact,
Why does it
that's
have
the
to
principle.
be-
That's the
why
principle, right?
does it-
Hey! That's the principle right there. I will ask him right now if we are allowed to have beer at the Oktoberfest.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, Principal James. Like, I was just wondering. You know how, like, at Oktoberfest they have like beer because like
Yeah.
authentic beer,
Yeah.
and the German age is
Yeah.
like 14. Yeah.
No. There's no beer at this school. Do you understand? There's no beer. There's no
I'll get you
drugs.
some. I'll get you
No.
some.
Near beer.
Okay.
We're gonna have fake beers, okay? Fake
Oh wait, no,
beer.
we can do non-alcoholic beer, right?
Yeah, fake non-alcoholic beer is fine, okay?
What if I get you some of the real stuff?
Well, let's not talk about that here. And that was two couple switch, okay? It sounds to me that Rishi's going to be heading to jail with the other two guys, so you're going to have to make a little bigger cell, Travis and Matt, as Rishi will be joining you soon in your cell for doing these terrible things. Naya, you're a good kid. You're a very good, I don't know what you're doing to your face, but you're a very good kid. She looks like she's gouging her eyeballs out. Okay, you know, there's an interrogation, and just when I said you're a good kid, you committed a crime, Naya. Okay? So after I just gave you such praise for being the only good kid out here. Travis, you need to go to the bathroom so you can leave for a second. Okay? Yeah. And I have Matt and Rishi will stay out here because you're the cops. We're going to be interrogating Naya. So Naya, what I need you to do is turn down so you can't hear me anymore and do this so you can't hear me because it's a guessing game. She's going to have to guess 3 things. So do this when you can't hear me. Okay. So she killed a cockroach. Now, she doesn't know these things. These cops are going to have to give her clues without saying the word cockroach. And she used a spork, like a spoon fork, spork. Okay? And then she did it with Miley Cyrus. So what she has to guess is that she killed a cockroach, and then she has to guess with a spork, and her accomplice was the celebrity Miley Cyrus. Okay, those will be the 3 things we have to get. Let's bring her back in now.
Killed it with a spork?
Yeah, she's hearing you now. Yes. Okay. All right. So guys, look I need you 2 detectives. This is a very, very bad criminal here. I need you to interrogate her and get her to admit what crime she committed, what was the object she used to commit the crime with, and there was a famous celebrity as an accomplice. I'd like to know all 3 of those things. You've got to get her to admit that. And I'm going to be out in the other room looking through the glass, and I hope hopefully you can take care of this within 5 minutes because I've got another criminal we have to interrogate next. Okay, I'm going to be behind the glass. Go ahead and start there, Matt or Rishi.
Must have had a lot of these in your house, knowing that you did this to them.
What? I can barely.
So, you thought you could just break into Joe's apartment and do whatever the hell you wanted with the people in there?
Did I murder a party goers? I don't know.
The amount of things that were in there was equal to the population of Singapore. And you killed them?
Did I kill some sort of bug?
Did you realize that you committed murder on something that will outlive all of us?
Did I murder a fly or something?
Look, we know it's a common thing in like poorly treated houses, but you don't have to do it to them. It's still living.
Yeah. We know when you turn on the lights, they all scatter and it freaks everyone out, but that doesn't give you the right to kill them.
Did I kill a moth? So.
Guys, come. Maybe they're talk about the garbage or something. A lot of times they're in garbage.
My other references.
Around food.
That little, you just think just because you see it crawling on the ground, with its little round body and its wings, it just has. You could just kill it.
Did I kill a beetle?
Yeah, close.
I just don't know. Yeah, it's very annoying and they're very nasty bugs, but you just can't do it to them like that.
Did I kill a cockroach?
Good, guys, good. Okay, we got the evidence now. We have the cockroaches on the table. We're examining it. She used an item. Can you get the item? We got to get her to admit what she used to kill it.
Oh, so you were just too lazy to use 2 utensils. You had to eat steak and soup, and you just had to combine them.
Okay, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Double utility utensils like that? Why?
And for a cockroach on all things.
Did I use like a what's it called? A Norf, I think, a knife fork Norf thingy.
It was so
Well, you can't eat soup with a knife.
It was so useful eating my chicken noodle soup with this utensil.
And stab the things in the soup.
I use like a sporky thingy.
Good. Okay, good. We have the item out here. We weren't sure if it was a spork or a spoon or a knife, but we got the spork. So now, okay, she had an accomplice. We have it on video, but she's got to verify it. So if you can get to it's a famous celebrity.
I don't know where your accomplice is. She may have fled to Montana.
Okay, maybe she did pull a dual role on TV in a Disney Channel show, but she does not have to pull a dual role in real life during such heinous crime.
You think you could just kill a cockroach with a spork and then just party in the USA?
Did I do it with what's her name? Oh, I can't remember her name.
It was the twerk queen, guys. The twerk queen. She was known for twerking.
That's not how I know her, but yes.
She's got a very famous father. Yeah, she was on the Disney shows too, right? You're right, Rishi.
Yes, she may have made like the most annoying song of all time a few years ago, trying to be like a hip hop artist. But we still love her. We loved her for supporting the USA.
No, and she got to marry Liam Hemsworth. Do you have any idea how much all of us would love to do that?
First of all, TMI. Second of all, was it?
I can't. I
Oh.
can't.
Is it Miley? Is it Miley
We'll take that.
Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus. Very good. Okay, guys, get her to say all three. What did she do? She killed what? So we get her to say it.
She killed a cockroach using a fork. with
Spork.
Miley Cyrus. The spork with Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, get her to say that.
We were eating our chicken noodle soup and it crawled in there. Shouldn't have crawled in there right when I was trying to spork a chicken chunk.
Oh, so you're saying it was an accident. Well, we are going to take you away right now. Okay? Go over and go in the cockroach cell. There'll be no sporks, and Miley Cyrus has been locked up next to you. Good luck, Naya. Okay, everybody come on back on. Good job, you guys. Let's get to Travis back out. Naya, who did not really kill a cockroach, for those at home.
That's how I know I'm getting old, when the kids don't know Miley Cyrus.
God's name, I knew it started with an M and I forgot what it was.
All right.
Yeah, okay, well, hey, you got it. So let's do 185. We'll do a couple 185s. It's our closing game today. 185 is a pun game, so like they said, pencil. 185, number 2 pencils walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve number 2 pencils here. The number 2 pencils say, we just want to go number 2. Okay, so there's got to be something with a joke when a pun. So here we go. So how about any kind of sports? So you can take anything: football, baseball, tennis, golf. You can do it with a type of ball, a glove, anything related to sports. 185 something walk into a bar. Who wants to go first? Go, Rishi.
185 tennis players walk into a bar. Bartender says we're closed. Tennis players say, "You're not going to serve us anything?"
All right, he's got the idea. All right, any other sporting thing? Okay, Naya.
185.
Well,
100,
Matt is now Naya. Okay, go ahead,
tennis
Matt.
Players walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Oh,
It's okay, Matt. Right in the middle of your joke. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. There's a delay." All right. 185 tennis players walk into a bar. The bartender says, "I'll serve you all for free," and they all say, "I love this."
Okay, Naya.
185. Can I do basketballs or do I still
Sure.
have to do tennis players?
Go with basketball.
185 basketballs walk into a bar. Bartender says we're closed. Basketballs say, "Oh, dang it, we just wanted some shots."
Travis.
185 basketball players walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve your kind in here." The basketball players say, "That's outrageous. I'll see you tomorrow in court."
Let's switch it up with chefs. 185 chefs. So what are they cooking? Could be any kind of meal.
"185 chefs walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Oh man, I hope you guys don't cook up any trouble."
Okay, chefs. Who's up? You can see Travis's mind working, but is he coming up with something? Look at, he's talking to himself. We could just hear what he's saying. It would be quite interesting. Oh, he's got Rishi's Ranch.
185 chefs walk into a bar. Bartender says we're closed. The chefs take out some gasoline and say, "Sorry, I guess we'll just have to flambe this whole place."
Okay, any other chef ones? Okay, we'll move on. Go ahead.
185 chefs walk into a bar. Bartender says we're closed. The chefs all have very violent anger issues, so they pull out their knives.
Travis?
185 chefs walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we're closed." So the chefs put eggs in their shoes and beat them.
Okay, our last one's fish, and it could be any kind of fish. Salmon, flounder, shark, whale. Okay, now okay, Travis is ready to go. Go ahead.
185 fish walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Sorry, we're closed." And the fish are appalled, but they can't seem to say anything, so they just sort of flounder.
New with a fish one. Okay, Travis is going. He's liking the fish.
185 fish walk into a bar, and one of the leads says, "Yeah, I told you about this place."
Anybody else with a fish one? Last call for fish.
185 beta fish walk into a bar. Bartender says we're closed. Beta fish say, "Well, we better go."
And we better go too, because that's our show. The 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time Sunday team. Follow these guys on our LAC Comedy YouTube channel. I'm Ken Scove. Let's introduce the cast today. Rishi. Matt.
Oh, a great show.
Naya, who does have a cat.
Goodbye. Kimuri says goodbye as well, even though she's not really into this, but.
And Travis, who lost 4 pounds getting to the show today.
Hey, yeah, you know, there aren't many places I'd rather be than deep in the sewers of Miami, but this is definitely one of them.
All right, guys, we'll see you guys in 4 weeks with a brand new show. Wave goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching the LA Connection today.